All right. So I usually never do this, but I'm involved in 6 court cases. And I just want to talk about some legal rights. I'm not an attorney, definitely check with your attorney. But some of those rights people know about, some of them they don't know about. And unfortunately, in my life, I had quite a lot of experience dealing with police and being harassed by the police, and freedom of speech. You're able to say to the cops things, you can talk back to them as long as you're not being offensive or threatening them. But you don't need to like the cops. It's okay to speak to them. Now, a lot of times cops will try to harass you. They come in as an authority, they come close to you, they start talking to you. You have a right to remain silent, not just when you're getting arrested, but when you don't like the cop. So if the cop gets into your face, first thing you need to do is to let them know that you know your rights. So when you see the cop coming, check them. Officer, what's your badge number? Sometimes they will mess with you and point like a finger to say, listen, I can't see it. What's your badge number? Identify yourself. A lot of times they will not identify themselves. Start recording this, because by law they have to identify themselves. So when they come in and do this authority thing and somebody checks them and says identify yourself, they might be dealing with somebody who knows the law. If they start asking you a lot of questions, at any given time you can say, I'm done talking to you. Fifth Amendment, choose to remain silent. He's not going to arrest you. If he's still bumbling, you can ask for the supervisor, for a captain. So the right to remain silent also is good on social media sometimes. You don't need to always respond. You have a right to remain silent. Freedom of religion. You can practice your religion. As long as you're not sacrificing humans, you can practice your religion. Now, when I went to court, I had a kippah, and the sheriff told me to remove my kippah. I told him, no, I'm not going to do it. Freedom of religion. First Amendment. And he only knew about First Amendment, freedom of speech. So he made a huge deal, called backup, and the backup removed him from the courtroom, because I have rights. It's in court, if you're wearing a hat for religious reasons, you don't have to remove it. Right to bear arms. You got guns, we got guns. And the reason why it's there is government throughout the history comes in and tells you how to live and what to do and how to do. And some people don't like to be told how to live. I'm one of those people. So if you come with me at guns, we got people who got guns. Freedom of press. This is a huge one. I'm running a press release company. I deal with journalists all the time. As a journalist, we should be able to cover a story and not be prosecuted for doing it. So as a journalist, and that's a big part of what I do for a living, I'm able to write stories. I'm able to write opinions. And if they come in and sue me for something like that, there's something called slap motion. We are protected. We are protected. The journalists are protected. Freedom of assembly. If you believe in something, get your friends together, relatives, co-workers, you can assemble. Now, I really like the Sixth Amendment, right, to self-represent. And so usually they'll say about getting an attorney, and listen, I have like 6 law firms working for me for different cases, but I like to self-represent. The reason being is that as a self-representing person, you're able to communicate with the other side. You save a lot of money, but you're also able to hire an attorney consultant. So sometimes when you hire an attorney, they're going to tell you how they're going to do the case. You don't have an opinion. You're the client. They're the smartest attorney. But for some people who are comfortable speaking to a judge, Your Honor, making objections, being reasonable, hiring an attorney consultant is one of the best things. You self-represent. The other side cannot financially abuse you. You hire an attorney consultant to help you create the paperwork. On the day of the court, even though you're self-representing, you hire an attorney consultant to come in and speak on your behalf. So you can outsource every single piece of it, but you're in control. Maybe one attorney writes better papers, the other attorney is a pit bull that will go into court and fight for your rights better than anybody else. So if you know how to use the whole self-representing, it's not just for the poor people. It's for people who like androids, who like to have a control over different things. And I love it. I love it. I sue. Sometimes they see self-representing. They think I'm gonna, they're gonna crush me. Boy, are they shocked when they come into the court and there's a whole legal team waiting for them. And I'm still self-representing. And not only my attorney consultants able to ask witnesses, I am also able to ask witnesses. And there's nothing better to confront somebody who's your accuser directly. Not through the attorney, but directly. So we got rights. And that's the beauty about U.S. Constitution. Checks, balances. We have Congress, Senate, Supreme Court, President. Where I come from, there was none of that.